The full day of basketball continuing on the campus of Cass Tech. We just had a great game between the ladies of Cass Tech and Wayne Memorial. Now the boys take the floor. Bloomfield Hills against Pershing. PSL in the house taking on Bloomfield Hills, who's off to a very good start to the season. Evan Stock and Chad Bush back on the track here at Cass Tech High School. Glad you're making a little time for us on this holiday, I'd say weekend, but it's holiday week for everybody. Some people working, some people playing hooky. Thanks for making high school hoops here in Michigan a little bit of the part of your fun. Chad, when we evaluate this game, we'll see an awesome score for Bloomfield Hills against a Pershing side that always has got a lot of talent. Early scouting report on this game, what do you think? Yeah,
I think Pershing's got to replace a lot of talent. They lost Squally Hill a year ago, Sean Hill, the head coach's son. They look to have some strong guard play, and they're going to need to hit some outside shots and match the scoring punch of what Bloomfield Hills has been able to do. They have a new head coach as well, Brian Canfield, but they've got a guy that can really light it up and an offensive, efficient team, and they're 5-0.
Yeah, 24 in purple and black. Noam Adamczak, they call him the silent assassin. Dude drops 40 points every other game, it seems like, and he's just doing it in classy, silent fashion. This gym is not going to be silent. We had a very good environment. Last little bit of the girls' game between Wayne Memorial and Cass Tech, people filing in, making noise. And, Chad, as you know well, that's what makes these holiday tournaments fun. Everyone files in. They're catching one game after another. It's a cool environment to be a part of morning into night.
It is. And Cass Tech, this gymnasium, has a lot of history and a lot of pedigree. And there's been some great players that have come through these doors. And we're excited to be a part of this tournament. 6 games today, 1 in the books, a classic we saw already. And we've got a great one here, and it just builds and builds till later tonight when Saginaw Heritage will take on Cass Tech on the men's side.
But first, we've got Pershing against Bloomfield Hills. Let's hit a break. Come on back and get you set for this one. Blackhawks against Doughboys after Technicians just played Lady Zebras. How can you not love high school sports? Tip-off is next.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Starting lineups being introduced here at Cass Tech. Blackhawks against Doughboys. Purple and black against blue and white. They are announcing the starters here for Pershing. We have heard Tayshawn Hicks and Terrence Hicks be announced. They've got the same last name, and they're both sophomores. Can I take a wild guess and say that they're twins?
I think they're twins, and I think they're going to be a problem. They know one another well. Anytime you have a twin, there's a connection. But look, in all seriousness, look, Evan, this is going to be a competitive game in that both teams want to get up and down the court quickly. Both teams want to score at a high pace. I think possessions are going to be at a high level in this game. Many possessions, but I think turnovers as always in these tournaments and early on in a day. Not playing games prior to can be a factor. We saw it in the girls' game before this. Wayne Memorial knocking off Cass Tech, and so I believe that turnovers will be a factor in this game for both teams. I'm excited to watch the PSL and the OAA go at it.
It's always fun when you get these crossover sort of matchups, and it's always fun to watch early on in the year how the tone of the game takes and how it may change throughout the year. Look, this matchup between Bloomfield Hills and Pershing could look different in 6 weeks, 8 weeks when the games really start getting serious. But for today, we focus on this one between the Blackhawks and the Doughboys. A busy day of basketball here at Cass Tech. Game 2 out of 6. We will finish up probably right around 9:30, 10 o'clock. I hope you like basketball because you are getting a full slate of it here today in Detroit.
The Blackhawks with the Hills across the chest in purple, and we're underway.
Yep, off the tap, Henry Jackson for Bloomfield Hills was the man jumping center, and the senior ends up getting the basketball off and inbound here for Bloomfield Hills. Man, you got to pay attention to 24, Noah Adamczak, who scored over 1,000 points in his high school career. Excited to watch him work. This is Ahmad Taylor giving it up for Drew Wilson. Driving, missing. Second shot coming for the Blackhawks.
There he is. There's the guy, over 1,000 points in his career. This is a prolific scorer, Adamczak, who you highlighted in the open.
Gets by Curry, kicks to the corner. Great shot fake. Jackson missed it. Third shot on the way. Count it and one. Opportunity, Ahmad Taylor.
Taylor with a strong play-through. This team lost DJ Lee to Catholic Central in the offseason, and they miss him. And this is the number 2 guy in this lineup that they expect to step up in his place and be a scorer, and he does it right away.
Got Brandon Blue on the personal foul. So here is Taylor. Senior makes it and converts the old-fashioned three-point play. Eric Pippin into the front court for Pershing. And that Doughboys nickname that is among the more familiar and more unique across the state.
7 Mile and Ryan, it's a place to be.
Adamczak off the turnover. Stepping back and hitting his first shot of the day. Great start.
Get used to it, that's what he does. He's crafty, he's accurate, he's confident. He's not scared, I promise you. And this kid can really light it up offensively.
They called it a 3. Guy who scored 40 points a couple of weeks ago against Plymouth has the basketball again. Up ahead, CJ Jackson. He's going to the line.
Bloomfield Hills can play. I mean, they're 5-0 for a reason. And they've got a team full of talented players that play well together, scrappy and tough. And Evan, this is just evident here on this finish. They're ready.
I think this is the type of game for Bloomfield Hills. The wins so far this year: Romeo, Novi Christian Academy, Plymouth, Traverse City West, Walled Lake Central. Anytime you play a PSL school like Pershing, no matter what the scouting report is on the Doughboys entering this year, chance to prove yourself. And so far, the Bloomfield Hills is off to a good start.
Yeah, and
there's a finish down low for Brandon Blue.
Blue cracks the seal, and Pershing they haven't played a lot of games either, Evan.
Great cut to the rim and a finish. Wilson off a sweet dish down low.
Great find. It's an unselfish team.
Making an early statement. That ball is out of bounds off Pershing. Bloomfield Hills basketball.
They lost their head coach, Phil, from a year ago, and they're under new leadership. So anytime you're adjusting, Brian Canfield's brought these guys together pretty quickly. Squally Hill gone for Pershing, a big miss, and his dad, Sean Hill, on that sidelines, former Pershing star.
Adamczak switched on to Tayshawn Hicks. Gets downhill, leans back, misses, but a rebound and a reset. Jackson had the rebound. Henry Jackson down low. Ahmad Taylor, no. Rebound Doughboys.
Big boy rebound there by Lewis Curry. He's at 6'6", he's a sophomore. He's going to be responsible for keeping the paint clean tonight.
This is Terrence Hicks, trapped in the corner, and it is tipped out of bounds. It will stay on this end as it went out of bounds off Taylor. Early on in the ball game, but Bloomfield Hills off to an excellent start. Pershing looking for an answer. This jumper is off for Blue. And the rebound down low for the Blackhawks. And Jackson. A Up the floor quickly. Taylor, no. Kick. Adamczak, no. Third shot coming. Jackson got another rebound and then he lost it. Rolls out of bounds. It's Pershing ball.
Yeah, and Curry's the one who's responsible for getting a stop the last two possessions. I like this kid. 6'6", long, just a sophomore. Watch Lewis Curry, 30 and white.
Hicks probing baseline, and he stepped out of bounds.
Bloomfield Hills is playing tight defense. I mean, it's a man-to-man and nothing crazy, but so far Pershing has yet to get anything in rhythm offensively. And a good place to get your offense going is your defense.
Right.
They'll have a chance here.
Taylor, great fake. Curry playing great defense down low. Chad, you called it. This guy's a problem.
He's active. He's hard to score on, and he's their only line of defense right now, and he's been a big-time problem. 2 blocks on this trip.
No to the first, no to the second.
Yep.
Pershing to the bench for the first time today, and the floater is good for Daniel White.
That's a smooth, confident play for the senior off the bench.
And Jackson the answer on the other end for Bloomfield Hills.
I like Jackson. Confident, couple of buckets already. Bloomfield Hills has a lot of areas they can hit you from.
3 on the way. Hicks, no. Rebound, Taylor. White off the bench, clapping his hands as he tries to stay in front of Adamczak. Adamczak lost the ball. Numbers for the Doughboys. Curry, short, follow, good.
Smooth athlete. That offense is needed today.
Good defense along the side. It is out of bounds off Pershing as Wilson was having trouble.
Yeah, and Daniel White off the bench has been an inspirational player. 2 steals already. He's led to both buckets for Pershing.
Adamczak cutting, faking, maneuvering, and scoring high off the square. What a crafty finish for the silent assassin.
Yeah, knows how to use his body, understands angles, strong enough to finish. This is impressive. Up, under. When you're that size, you learn how to score without using your size. And he just understands how to do it well, and he's been a big part of this 10-point early first quarter lead for the Hills.
Now give Adamczak 6 and a Blackhawks lead that keeps on ballooning. It'll stay on this end as the pass got tipped. And back to the bench goes Pershing as Denier Orr is into the game, number 25. He takes out Terrence Hicks, number 10.
Always cool when that sunshine comes through on a court. Beautiful setup here at Cass Tech High School.
Drew Wilson with a crafty, beautiful finish, and this lead just keeps getting larger.
Fast break points. Bloomfield Hills not slowing down, attacking. Very confident team here.
Pershing just looking for some offense. They have struggled in this first quarter. Blew the give up. Hicks, what a shot.
Nice 18-footer by one of the twins, Tayshawn Hicks. Again, just a 10th grader. It's a young team balanced with a couple veterans.
Countered by the experience for Bloomfield Hills, Ahmad Taylor, the senior.
Yeah.
He's moving left. He got blocked, and that should be a goaltend on Curry.
Oh, but it was fun to watch, wasn't it? Man, it was a borderline one, too.
I mean, there was so much space here for Taylor, and then Curry just came out of nowhere.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he's somebody you have to think about. I mean, you know, if he's not going to block it, that's fine, but you're going to have to think about this young man, Lewis Curry.
Look at the step through and the follow the finish.
I mean, yeah, we got a player, folks. This kid's a player, can do it on all. I didn't think he had an offensive skill. I mean, that's impressive.
Just a sophomore. As Chad keeps telling you, this is a young Pershing team. They got some talent. Tipped out of bounds by Hicks. Stays on this end.
By the time they get into their PSL season and folks start to come upstairs to 7 Mile and Ryan, I mean, this team's going to come together. Don't know if it's going to happen today. Don't know if it's going to happen next week, but it's a long season. And Pershing just 2 years ago in that shortened season was in the PSL title game. So we'll see. But Sean Hill knows how to win, and he's been over there for a long time doing the right things.
C.J. Jackson tried to find a cutting Taylor, got picked off by Tayshawn Hicks, and he promptly turned it over. That is too easy for Wilson.
Yeah, not something the Doughboys can do, and Adamczak nearly got him again, napping. And Sean Hill's beside himself saying, look, take charge. Be aware.
Well, that's the deal with a young team, right? You're going to have athleticism and talent, but someone's got to take charge, and that last 20-second sequence was nobody taking charge.
Not an experienced ball handler out there. This is one of them. And
Hicks, did he save it off of a teammate? No, he saved it off of Bloomfield Hills. It stays down here. Inbound to Curry. Lewis Curry went up and got fouled. I think a layup would have worked, but Lewis really wanted to dunk that one.
He wanted the two-hander. Look at it, he says, I'm going to get a two-hander down. And then from behind, Jackson says, no, sir. Save some drama.
But with a young player like this, you know, you make a couple of plays early in the game and the confidence just grows. All of a sudden, Curry's now trying to, dunk balls on drives to the rim here.
Yeah, he's going to be shooting step-back 23-footers in a minute.
I don't know if that's his game, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, no, but your point remains. Confident kid, and yeah, I mean, hey, look, they need another scorer. So this is a guy that can help them score and certainly help them defend. As fans continue to file into Cass Tech High School.
One more coming for Curry. Rebound. Hicks got stripped by Bloomfield Hills. Now Pershing ramps up the pressure, and Curry just picked up his second personal.
Yep, that's a big one too. There's times to pick up your second, there's times not to, and this is a time not to. In a backcourt scramble situation, you just got to lay off, and Sean Hill's going to have to go get him.
Now Robert Bradley will come in. Curry's been the best player for Pershing today. He's out. And another Doughboys foul as Drew Wilson was moving right. That's on Terrence Hicks.
Terrence Hicks, one of the twins. A lot of responsibility checking Adamczak. And this solid backcourt along with Wilson.
For what it's worth, Bloomfield Hills has not gone to their bench yet today. And the Doughboys have played 8 different guys.
It's interesting. And they've got a bench of about 9 guys over there.
Adamczak, too much dribbling. That's a backcourt violation.
Yeah, tried to get a little too cute. And now there's some talking going on, having some fun.
And he slipped on the floor. And, yep, he'll win into the backcourt. Hicks, the baseball pass to Orr. Pressure coming. Orr a long way across the court. Hicks missed the shot. Rebound. Doughboys find it. Miss it again. Adamczak the rebound. Pass up ahead. Wilson himself. No. Follow. No. Third shot. Jackson got it off. Made it, but not in time.
Man. A lot of action, Evan. A lot of fun in the first. Bloomfield Hills with a 12-point lead, making a statement early, trying to get to 6-0.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great. Participate!
A lot of great basketball has been played here in Detroit over the years, and the Pershing Doughboys have added to the legacy. 5 state championships in their school's history. One of the finest Michigan State Spartans in the history of the program. Steve Smith is a proud Doughboy alum. And Chad, we're seeing here today is their head coach Sean Hill tries to rebuild the program a bit. We're seeing a lot of young faces for the Doughboys today. We're seeing a lot of talent, but we're also seeing growing pains out on that floor so far.
Yeah, and that's part of it. And Sean Hill knows that. He knows that. He lost his son and to the team, and there's others coming, but it's a young, talented team.
Another shot coming for Bloomfield Hills. Tried to hit Adam Zach in the corner, and it got tipped out of bounds by Orr. Bloomfield Hills has never trailed in this game. Balanced scoring. Adam Zach has 6. Jackson has 5. Wilson has 6. Taylor has 5. They have yet to go to their bench today. Great cut. Taylor blocked. Great defense down low by the Doughboys. Robert Bradley.
They needed that stop, Evan. Needed that stop.
Hicks, no. Tap, good. Bradley on both ends.
Yeah, big time tip. Boy, did he get up there. Aggressive.
Adam Zach, no. And a foul.
Yeah, and Pershing doesn't like this call. Back to Sean Hill. I mentioned he lost his son. He lost his son to college, graduation. I wanted to be clear with that. Squally Hill, one of the best players in the public school league last season. As we get a look at that replay, partner.
Rare miss for Adam Zach from the free throw line. We will get a substitution here for Bloomfield Hills. Blake Nagy into the game.
Tough nut to crack. Floor time at Bloomfield Hills.
Yeah, you know, you follow the teams that make the state championships at the Breslin Center every year on both the boys and girls sides. Frankly, by the end of the year, you're maybe getting a couple of guys off the bench.
That's it.
This is the time of the year to figure out your rotation. 10-on-10 crime. Hicks was driving baseline, and it got swatted out of bounds by Wilson.
Wilson's just a freshman. And, you know, he's a young kid too. Playing very confident, making an impact early.
Robert Bradley on Nagy. And we have a whistle, and the ball going back to Bloomfield Hills.
Yep, little double dribble. Remember that game? Double dribble. I know Schwartz does. Chase Kaufman does? All right. Fun game. I'm sure you'd beat me, Kaufman, as you do at most things except fantasy football.
This is Drew Wilson all the way to the rim for 2.
He's a freshman. He's a freshman, and that's a big-time move. And Bloomfield Hills on the road doubling up the opponent, feeling right.
Or blocked from behind. He did save it. Along the baseline, Hicks throws it out on a reset with Pippen.
Tight.
Eric Pippen surveying the situation. He finds Bradley, who is way off. Follow, no. Nagy rebound. Adam Zach with a lot of space. Pass to the corner ahead. Jackson, no. It'll stay here.
Yeah, good hustle. Bloomfield Hills has a lot of bodies to burn. Can be a little more aggressive that way.
We have Henry Jackson coming out of the game. Nagy will stay on. Ahmad Taylor back into the game for the Blackhawks. The freshman Drew Wilson. Around the rim to CJ Jackson.
Just a patient offense, looking for the right shot.
Adamczak shooting is usually the right shot.
It is. Knocked down a couple now, and Bloomfield Hills starting to pull away, Evan.
10 points already for Noah Adamczak, one of the best pure scorers in Michigan. Pippen threw it away.
Yeah, the defense, it's been a tight man-to-man for Bloomfield Hills. It's caused some problems. Pershing going to make some substitutions, try to get the right combination out there. The big guy that comes back that they look to have help out is Curry. Back on the floor now.
Sean Hill just made a bit of a hockey line change, a couple of blocks from Little Caesars Arena. 3 guys out, 3 guys in.
That's right.
I will figure out what works. Adamczak off his fingertips. And then it's intercepted by Drew Wilson for 2.
Man, has he been good. Both sides of the floor.
You mentioned the loss of DJ Lee to Detroit Catholic Central. Guy was a wide receiver on the football team.
Yeah.
DJ going to play on the hoops team for Catholic Central. I'm sure we'll cover them on the prep at some point.
We will. Yeah, no, he's a huge loss.
Yeah.
I can't say it enough. I mean, he was a guy that was their, Batman and Robin. He and Adamczak last year. And he was a guy, a bigger body that could leap down low. It's a big loss for them. Big gain for Catholic Central, who's got a solid team and part of that mega power, the Central Division. 5 teams that could all win a state title.
Yeah, ridiculous the amount of talent in that league last year, and it's only going to be all the more apparent this year how good the Catholic League is. Hicks, yes.
Nice smooth stroke, confident. Look at Hicks, he's jumpy too now defensively, locked in. Love to see it. Pershing's not giving up now.
New Blackhawk into the ball game and promptly scoring with his left hand. It's Nicholas Gettler.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon, that's Dominic Sheena.
That's right. I mean, confident. Sheena just goes oppo and lays it in with a left hand, like he's been playing 18 minutes tonight.
Senior onto the floor and making something happen on the other end. Daniel White making it happen for the Doughboys.
White's been their most consistent player tonight, I think, on both ends. And he's been a guy that's been in the right spot.
Wilson the kick. Jackson not even close. Lewis Curry behind the back. And he got stripped. But man, for a big guy, his ability to get up the floor and dribble is impressive.
Very impressive. And to find gaps and to put the ball between his back and get, got all kinds of skills. Smooth too, like nothing really forced, almost just effortless.
Gonna get another substitution here for Pershing as Tayshawn Hicks comes in and takes out Eric Pippen, a little bit more size on the floor. Down low Curry, through contact and finishing.
Yeah, Sheena tried to take that charge, but he was too far down under. Worth the risk, but good job by the officials not to call that as an offensive foul.
Now 6 points for Curry. Wilson all the way down low again.
He's a freshman. I mean, he's a freshman, and he's been very confident. How many good freshmen in the state? Football, basketball, seems like we keep saying it every year, every sport, but something's changed in the water, man.
Wilson the kick. Adamczak again.
Nets another. Noah on tilt. The lead's as large as it's been.
Drew Wilson, 10 in black and purple, is making it happen. Rebound, Sheena. Bloomfield Hills is rolling. CJ Jackson all the way. Curry the contest. Still contesting down there. Had the ball, lost the ball. Wilson's got the ball. And then he lost the ball. Who wants the basketball?
Curry does.
Lob. Nearly a dunk for Curry.
Saw that coming.
Adamczak up the floor. 3. No. And they'll slow it down.
Yeah, give you a chance to take a breath. 30-second timeout, officials timeout. Mr. Weaver down there on the PA. I want to go back to the PSL. We saw that graphic with Pershing, the state champions from 92-93. Willie Mitchell, a big part of that team. I can recall the Catholic League and PSL playing their Operation Friendship. There we see it again. Look at that. Titles in 92-93. We played against that Willie Mitchell and Sean Hill team. Those are some really tough teams there. And then the 09, the last title. But the Doughboys, as you said, I mean, this is a proud program. Just 400 students co-ed right now. I mean, this is a school that used to be in the thousands, but the Doughboys still doing things right. And fun to see them here in the Holiday Classic.
Yeah, and although the score is not where they'd like it to be right now, Bloomfield Hills nearly doubling them up. This is not one of those deals where you cannot find positives for Pershing. Lewis Curry, number 30, has looked really good going up and down the floor. Both Hickses have had baskets in this game.
There you see it. Sean Hill. I think Sean's got, 9 children.
That's it?
Yep. I have 2 that I can't even handle. Sean, I think, has 9, and he does an amazing job. He's a great father and good leader of this program. Steward, Pershing High School in Detroit.
God bless him in that grocery bill.
You imagine?
Yeah. I know, I can't.
Man,
I have 2 brothers. I have 2 brothers, and that was big enough growing up.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Here's Curry. Drawing defense and still scoring.
This is a guy that's really fun to watch. And Bloomfield Hills really has no answer for him. They really don't on either end.
Adamczak spinning, kicking. Sheena. Yes.
Sheena with 5. Quick 5 off the bench. This kid's confident. Lefty, too. It always looks a little better.
And all set up by Adamczak, shedding a couple of defenders. Daniel White backing it out. Working on C.J. Jackson, number 3. Or the floater is home.
Right-hand floater fading away. Tell you what, Pershing's had some flair to their offense today.
Taylor for Sheena, off the bench, and a late whistle. That's going to be a foul on Curry, which is his 3rd.
Sheena's been aggressive, and he gets rewarded here. Back to that line, reversed hands. 3rd foul, as you mentioned, though. That's a problem.
By the way, that's also the right call. Sheena got whacked on the head. That's not legal.
Now, if he doesn't have the flow like he has, does he still get hit on the head?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess so.
He's got a nice cushion. We know that. And he's got another free throw.
Yes, he does. Made the first. Made the second. All right, under a minute to go in a first half that has seen Bloomfield Hills play really well. Adamczak comes out with a basketball. All alone, Jackson, 2 more.
Great outlet, did the right things. Perfect 3-on-2, textbook.
Bloomfield Hills is going to be within sniffing distance of half 100 in the first half.
Interesting.
Got to start paying attention to these guys. Another turnover. Adamczak, 2-on-1. He'll do it himself.
Adamczak just toying with people.
Pershing into the front court. Getting away from bodies. Missing a floater. One last chance for Bloomfield Hills in the half. Wilson all the way. Again.
Man. Efficient.
Wilson with 14. Adamczak with 15. And an undefeated Bloomfield Hills basketball club against Detroit Pershing is making a statement. If you're not paying attention to the Blackhawks, you might want to start paying attention. Highlights all over the place. That's a freshman, Drew Wilson. Little mean mug to end the half.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Cass Tech High School. This is the home of the PSL Holiday Classic. We are the PreP. We're proud to be here, and we're here thanks to Jay Alexander, the Executive Director of Athletics of the PSL. Jay joins us now, and Jay, what a great tournament this is in tradition. It starts today, it ends tomorrow at Renaissance High School. Just tell us about the tournament, its history, and what you look to get out of this. 6 games today, 5 tomorrow.
We have a long history right through the PSL in athletics and what we do. So what we're trying to get out of it is more exposure for these student athletes and give them opportunities, that they may not get if we don't host anything like this. So it's an exciting time for us. It's an exciting time for them. Most importantly, just a long day. Other than that, but it's great, man.
Yeah, it's a great day. We've seen exciting basketball already. Of course, boys and girls action today. It's been a great fall.
Yes.
We can look back on. And 2022, as we get to a close, what are some of the points of pride of the athletic department of the PSL and what you all have put together, which is a great product and excellent for these kids?
I say that, you know, the student of the athlete, right? The word student. I say, you know, we've done a really good job of getting our GPA higher, getting our kids more prepared for college, you know, and more prepared for sport as well, you know, through development, training, through leadership development, through all of it, from our coaching side to the athletic side. So I think the development piece is what we really want to say. That's what we hold our hat on.
This is a league that's continued to grow under your tutelage, and being a part of championships is something everybody wants to be a part of. But this past fall, football championship, your teams have had some success already this season. How important is it to the PSL to get wins, and how do you measure them both on the court or on the field?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but, you know, you have to measure the wins and losses. And as you know, I'm not really a fan of that. I'm the fan of the product that you put on the field and the court, so that when they go out and be great young men and great young women and great, you know, grown women and grown men. And so, but yeah, they measure us through wins and losses and state titles and things of that nature. So that's all great and good for our coaches. But for me, it's just okay. So because, you know, I'm down at the grassroots thing, so I'm trying to give our kids, our student athletes, more opportunities. And so, but yes, we've done a great job. I think Cass did a great job. They came back, you know, kind of from the dead, and then reemerged themselves, and then had an opportunity to go to the state playoffs. Because if they would have beat, which they should have beat them, but if they would have beat, you know, I forget, Belleville, they would have definitely won. So, you know, so, and then with Ty over at King and doing it back-to-back years was incredible, right? But you lose the best quarterback in the country, so I want to see what he got coming back.
Oh, the challenge is out there. Of course, many other things. I know this is athletics, but being at Cass Tech, it has to bring back a lot of memories of all the success at Cass Tech in athletics and also in life, as you mentioned. This is a great example, this high school and this gym where we sit, of excellence.
It is, and I'll tell you a quick story. So Steve Hall, the coach at Cass Tech boys, I was playing in Catholic League in high school. I went to Detroit Public Schools all the way up until high school. We were at Benedictine, and Steve was there in the summer. So we're going at it, and they're telling me Steve's supposed to be really good, and so I'm like, oh, you ain't getting nothing. He goes, oh man, not one of those. And all I remember is he did one move. He was laying up the court, and I was still down there playing defense. He was laying up the ball on the other end.
Oh, a Benny Cass Tech battle from back in the day, early 90s reset.
That's it.
Yeah, it's always been competitive. It's been fun, of course, entertainment success. But this league is growing. What's some of the things you look to obtain in 2023 as we cross into that year this upcoming weekend?
Development, Chad. Again, I'm gonna harp on that because I want to make sure our kids are prepared on the field and off the field. I want to make sure our coaches are better equipped to handle our kids. I want to make sure that we can continue to bring more people in our district. So what we want to focus in the upcoming year is our K-8 level and bringing them up, and so that we can create avenues for they can continue to go to our Detroit Public Schools, because now the competitiveness of this school and that school, and why do you go to that school, right? And it's about what you see and stay in your area. What we're seeing is an influx of individuals just going out to somewhere else just for whatever reason because they have a relationship. So we need to do a better job of developing relationships with those parents, those kids, and those schools that we have in our district.
If someone wants to help the PSL, if they want to help the development process and financial side of things, how can someone get involved? And maybe not financial, maybe they just want to volunteer with some time. How can they be a part of that?
Well, they can call me any day, anytime. 313-686-1523 is my cell. And they can email me at james.alexander@detroitk12.org. And very easy to find. And I'm always listening. I talked to Gagne today because he wants to help the district. Is that right? The former MSU standout.
Sure.
So I'm going to take everybody's phone call and see how they can make the kids have an opportunity better. Student athletes, I said.
Well, thanks for letting us be a part of something great and for having us here for this holiday
Absolutely.
tournament. All the best. Continued success in the PSL under your leadership. of course, many others. But we appreciate your support, and thanks for having us.
No, thank you. Thank you for what you do for these kids, man. That's awesome.
You bet.
Student athletes. I got to keep calling them kids.
That's Jay Alexander, the Executive Director of Athletics of the PSL. We're coming right back with second half action from Cass Tech. It's the Holiday Classic from the PSL, coming back right after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
All right, we are back at Cass Tech. Detroit Pershing and Bloomfield Hills in Game 2 of the day. We will play 6. Douglas and Saginaw Arthur Hill coming up after this. Then Henry Ford Saginaw, King Hamady, and Cass Tech closing out the day against Saginaw Heritage. Chad, what'd you take out of a first half? Scoreline tells you that Bloomfield Hills played pretty well.
I think Bloomfield Hills was just flawless. I mean, it just had their will defensively, which led to offense. When they were in their offensive sets, they were able to score inside, some outside. I think Pershing showed some fun things, but they're going to have to get stops. They have to get stops and not allow transition offense from Bloomfield Hills.
Adam Zach, no. And the rebound taps to Lewis Curry, who is on the floor with 3 fouls. He was Pershing's best player in the first half. He did it again.
Get out of here. Look at this move, coast to coast. The big man getting nasty.
Man, that is a sophomore. That is a big body getting up the floor smoothly. Fun to watch.
Sure is. And just confident. Confident and smooth.
Give Lewis Curry 11 points in an old-fashioned three-point play. Drew Wilson, 14 points in the first half for Bloomfield Hills. He met good defense down low. It stays on this end, but Pippen and Hicks had the strong defense.
Look, Pershing's not going to get punked in their own tournament, all right? They're going to come out and swing in the second half. I think the first 3 minutes, as you said before, very important here.
Jackson, bullseye, Blackhawks.
They just hit you from so many angles. Everybody can score. Everybody defends. Everybody shares. This is a very good team. Underrated in my estimation.
Keep winning games like this, and you'll make a little noise. You'll make people pay attention.
Yeah, and look, their schedule's been a little bit light to start, to be fair, but I mean they're going to come after some teams.
Curry lost the ball. Bounce pass beautifully up ahead. 2 more, Adam Zach.
What a pass. I mean, that's just a thoughtful pass, crisp pass, and it's not an easy one.
Largest lead of the game for Bloomfield Hills. They are rolling right now. Arrow keeps it with Pershing.
Man, just the throw ahead, great look. Adam Zach didn't miss.
17 points. More could be coming. Another bounce. Give up. Dunk.
Adam Zach flushes it down with 2 hands. Again, I mean, 3 passes there. Just unselfish.
He's leading all scorers with 19. He has a 40-point game in his bag this season. And he's got another steal. Noah, 2.
Just execution at the ultimate level. Defensively, offensively, making the right decisions, craft. A lot of fun.
A lot of fun to watch these Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks when they're playing like this. Great start to the season, and the state of Michigan has got to start paying attention to these guys.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be
the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
As you may know, Bloomfield Hills is a newer high school in Metro Detroit, founded within the last decade or so. Brian Canfield, their first-year head coach, has got quite the talented roster this year, doesn't he, Chad?
He does. And who can forget about Yante Mateen, former Georgia Bulldog, who took this Bloomfield Hills team to the state finals in 2014 and lost in the first year of existence for this program.
Taylor with space. Rebound, Bradley.
I don't know if they're back to that level yet, Evan, but I mean, this is a well-oiled machine already.
Hicks with a pull-up that wasn't a good decision.
No, part of the youth, just part of the youth, rolling with it. But yeah, how about Yante Mateen, guy that was the Gatorade Player of the Year, played in the SEC, won that league.
Trying to get back to the Breslin this year. Sheena got kind of tied up, missed the shot. Rebound battling around. It's Pershing, ball on the run. Or with numbers, and he turned it over. Adamczak on the run. Shook free and scored again.
Makes the right decisions on the break. And when you call your own number, that's usually not the wrong decision when you're Adamczak.
I call him the silent assassin. He's doing a lot of good work today.
He's
23 points.
He's pretty loud for being silent.
Right.
I mean, this guy's got a loud game to him, but he will silently get to you.
New Blackhawk coming into the game. Anthony Agbe, number 13, is in for the first time. It's going to turn out to be the type of game that Coach Canfield and the rest of the coaching staff will really like because a lot of guys are getting a lot of minutes here, Chad.
Yeah, and I think Coach Hill likes that too. He'll get a chance to get his rotations lined up for league play. That's what this is all about.
Nagy got stripped by Terrence Hicks. Nice play. Now Terrence comes up the floor, and he's got a chance for an and one.
How about that? A steal and a score and a foul. I mean, this is a fine play. You look for kids that fight. You look for kids that keep playing, and this is an outstanding effort.
I mean, we were talking about this earlier. Obviously, the game's not going the way that Pershing would have wanted, but there is talented pieces on this team. It's just a young team, and early on in the year when you haven't played a whole heck of a lot, it hasn't come together yet, obviously.
Yeah, and they've got something that most teams envy, skilled size. And when you have Lewis Curry, you've got something to build around, and I mean, they've got enough with the Hicks brothers and Daniel White to be dangerous in the PSL. They're in the gold, they're in the lower division, so they're not necessarily going against King and Cass for the league title.
Someone's got to grab the basketball. Agbe did for Bloomfield Hills. Into the offense, over halfway into a third quarter that has seen them expand the lead.
Yeah, just a four-out offense trying to spread the floor, and Adamczak's been frustrated into some turnovers tonight. If there is a chink in his armor, we have seen him get nervous in pressure at times.
Timeout on the floor with Bloomfield Hills up by 27 points. Pretty good stuff, huh, Chad?
It sure is. It's pretty good stuff also over at our friends Success Mortgage Partners. In today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, in the ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, the importance of a true professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and the goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Navigating a turbulent market like this needs to be handled by a real professional. Call Todd Barr at 734-674-6154 and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family. Success Mortgage Partners Incorporated supports equal housing opportunity, NMLS, ID number 130562.
3.5 to go, third quarter. Terrence Hicks, no. Rebound, no, but a foul as Daniel White gets to go to the line.
Daniel White's been pesky, just 5'10", but he gets his nose in there and he knows where to attack. I like his effort. I like his leadership. Get a look here off the miss. White gets a chance to get a couple points on this trip.
First one good for the lefty shooting Daniel White. I know you love, Chad, a good lefty stroke.
I do, unless it's Phil Mickelson's.
You're not a Phil Mickelson guy anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't know if many people are. The whole live golf thing kind of turned people off.
Yeah, turned me off completely.
Press broken. Adam Zach, give up. Oh, nice shot fake and finish by Agbay.
Yeah, they got some depth. Agbay's come off the bench. Sheena's come off that bench. They've got pieces, man.
Yes, they do. On the other end, White missed it. Agbay got the rebound. He's in a bit of trouble, and he broke that trouble. Sheena with numbers. Adam Zach trapped.
Yeah, and I like the way Terrence Hicks defended this. He defended it perfect. When you're in a 3-on-1 defensively, you got to take a risk and a gamble and run at somebody. He chose the right guy to run at. Forced a turnover.
Hicks lost it. Adam Zach ahead, and he got stripped. Good job by Hicks.
It's got quick hands, man, and this guy's aggressive defensively. He's a part of what the Doughboys want to do defensively, getting steals, getting offense from the defense. We haven't seen a lot of it tonight, but that's what they want to do.
Jackson inbounding the ball for Bloomfield Hills. He did find Nagy. Sheena got the kind roll.
Well, Sheena ain't shy, all right? I mean, this kid's going right at the bucket, and he can score.
Back up to a 29-point lead for Bloomfield Hills. Pershing looking for an answer. They cannot get it as White missed the shot. They're battling for that ball. Down to the floor it goes. And we will get a held ball arrow giving it to Bloomfield Hills, but really good effort by Denier Orr, number 25.
Yep. Orr getting dirty on the deck, trying to get his team another possession.
Inbound to Adam Zach. Meeting contact from Curry. Got it +1.
Another smart play. Again, understands angles, understands how he's going to score over a 6'6" big. And that's his 4th foul. Smart play by an upperclassman against a young kid.
25 points already for number 24 in purple and black.
One of the OAA's best.
I mean, this is the type of game. People are going to find the replay of this, Chad, on YouTube. Everyone watching live understands what they're seeing from 24 Noah Adamczak, but people are going to watch the replay and go, oh, this dude can play. This guy's pretty good.
Yeah, no, the scout's out on him. I mean, he can score. The question's, can he defend? And can he defend at 5'10", I mean, 5'11", 6 foot, whatever it is? What's he listed at? Adamczak.
They do not list
They don't list
on the
him.
roster.
We'll say he's 6 foot. I mean, the questions come. You got to be able to hit that three, 40% clip or higher, and you got to be able to defend. And today we've seen both at times work out for him.
They get Dominic Sheena for the foul there. It sends Brandon Blue to the line. It's very fitting with a guy last name Blue plays for a team where one of their colors is blue. You know?
Isn't it?
Be kind of weird if he played for Cass Tech and his last name was Blue, and there's no blue in their color scheme.
That's true.
That was a horrible joke brought to you by I had to wake up early this morning.
No, it was a good joke. It was a good joke. And I wonder if he transferred from somewhere green or non-blue.
You think that's part of the deal? Okay, I got to go to a school with blue?
It could be.
Maybe.
I mean, I think that it's fair to at least look further into.
Adamczak, no. Blue had the defense.
Yep, distracted it.
Hicks gives it up. Daniel White No. Bloomfield Hills ball.
I think that was one where they either had to call a foul or it goes back the other way. Doughboys are going to show some pressure here. Need to force turnovers. Down 31.
Adamczak breaks with ease. Gets downhill and scores again.
He's on tilt. Somebody stop this man. He has 28 points, sniffing 30 burger, and we haven't even clipped to the fourth yet.
Well, he did have a 40-point game a couple of weeks ago. He's getting close at this rate.
Did he put up a 40 spot?
He did. Scored 40 against Plymouth. Hicks. No, but a foul.
Nobody scores 40 on the Wildcats and doesn't hear about it.
Yes.
The Plymouth, that's the KLAA as well?
Yes.
Yep. We've already seen KLAA teams today. On the girls' side, with Wayne Memorial. It's a big league, isn't it?
Yeah, very big league. And an awesome game between Wayne Memorial and Cass Tech on the girls' side. If you missed that game to start our coverage today, go watch the replay on the YouTube channel for the PreP when you get a chance. Really great game between two teams that have a very good shot to make the Breslin Center.
Yeah, great game, and we were spoiled with having game one being so delightful. But better days ahead for Pershing, no doubt, and Bloomfield Hills has got something here.
That is a great pass. The finish for Agbe off a sweet dime from Wilson.
Yep. Again, a freshman making passes like that. We know he can score, but when you're passing like that, that's next level.
Jumper off, Adamczak rebound. Noah Adamczak hitting the turbo and scoring with his left hand to give him 30.
It's just effort. Wanted to get there worse than the rest of everybody else on the court, and he did. And he's got 30.
Daniel White, no. Pershing saves the rebound and scores on the reload with Terrence Hicks.
I liked Terrence Hicks. Short corner right play. Smooth.
Agbe fouled by Hicks.
Do not get Julia Pisano down there. Julia's a godparent coming off last night's announcement. She's excited about it. Niece or nephew due in August, and she does not want to get hit. Better get behind that stanchion, girl, because there's bodies coming.
Speaking of bodies coming, Bloomfield Hills is about to bring in a couple of fresh faces, which is the benefit of a game like this, scoreline being what it is. You got Malachi Jackson, who's about to come in, number 14.
Yeah, it's going to give the young guys a chance to show what they got both ways.
Darren Mason, the freshman, is in too, Chad.
There you get a look at the head coach, Brian Canfield, in his first year. Took over for Coach Phil, former Notre Dame prepster. Did a great job. And I tell you what, he's picked up where Phil's left off.
Hicks off. Rebound taps to Nagy. Up the floor. No. Blocking foul. Hicks.
Yeah, Hicks just a little bit tardy here. Free throws coming. Haven't seen a lot of free throws in this game. Just 10 each way, and boy, is Bloomfield Hills been good at the stripe today. 9 of 10.
In case you're wondering, the most points that Bloomfield Hills has scored in a game this year, 76 points when they beat Novi Christian Academy back in the 9th. They are going to easily eclipse that today, Chad, unless something goes horrifically wrong in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, this is a statement game. Pershing's no slouch. I mean, they're not there yet, but they've got people, and this is one of them.
Hicks missed it. Off to the fourth quarter we go. Bloomfield Hills on pace, on track to continue their undefeated season. 24, Adamczak has scored 30 points and just been a treat to watch.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
There you get a look at the OAA white standings currently. Troy, the talk of the town, along with Bloomfield Hills and West Bloomfield. There's some others to look forward to. Groves, Lake Orion. Hey, look, Stony Creek's got a new leader up there. They're going to be solid as well, Evan. It's a competitive OAA white. Bloomfield Hills might be the best.
Sure looking at today as we go to the fourth quarter. 74 points already for Bloomfield Hills. Pershing looking for some highlights in this fourth quarter. Pippin off. Rebound Agbe, who scored 6 off the bench. Bloomfield Hills has gone to the bench. Nicholas Gettler into the game. Tried to drive right and lost the ball.
Yeah, and this is great experience for both squads. Reserves need to play to get better. They need real game time, and now they get a full quarter if they want to get some minutes.
Hicks to Hicks. Curry back in.
Oh,
what a move!
Stop it. Sorry, Evan.
No,
I got
it's all
excited.
good.
Man, oh, man.
I mean, the guy has 13 points, and he'd have more if he didn't get in foul trouble. He's playing with 4 fouls right now.
Jeez.
He's fun, huh?
I think so. It's going to be a guy that's going to have serious offers.
Jackson. No. Rebound ping-ponging off of bodies. Stays with Bloomfield Hills.
It's not all skill. It's not all height. You know, there's a lot of heart involved. But, I mean, this kid, if he defensively continues to progress like this and effort is there defensively, I mean, man, oh, man, not to mention he might grow. He's just a 15-year-old.
He's running the floor again. They get it to him for the finish.
Cut it out. I mean it. The flip ahead, the alley-oop that, by the way, he had to go down low, waist high, pull it back, and throw it down, Evan Stockton. Just disgusting. My goodness, Lewis Curry, watch out.
In a game where the score is what it is, Pershing's not going to win the game. Lewis Curry has put everyone on notice. A guy who has been in foul trouble basically from the moment he first got on the floor has still found a way to score 16.
He checked in with 4, and he's made it last. And he's made an impression. And now we see Frederick Douglass High School entering the gym, Saginaw Arthur Hill entering the gym. This is fun. This is exciting to have teams from Saginaw and Flynn here and against Detroit's finest. This is a great day for basketball.
Gettler stopped the dribble, lost the basketball.
Here we go.
He got a little cute that time. On the other end, a basket for Darren Mason. The freshman gets the bench going and clapping after that one.
Are you kidding? They got another freshman that can make plays like that off the bench confidently. Man.
Blue. No. Agbe had the defense.
So Brian Canfield was an assistant before taking over. Had a couple sons who played through the program, but he's been an assistant, getting his opportunity.
The entire roster for Bloomfield Hills has played now. They have fully cycled through the bench. Hicks way off, and that will be Bloomfield Hills ball.
Canfield was formerly at Madison Heights Madison in the late 90s, early 2000s. Won 4 MAC titles. So he's won.
Mason Rubenfair missing. Reload for Bloomfield Hills. Mason, no. Curry, rebound.
Curry says enough of the shooting practice.
He's got 16 points and 8 rebounds now. Hicks is going to the line.
Hicks with a nice move, strong finish. It's all about finishing. If you can't finish, it doesn't matter. But this is a nice crossover, and he finishes with the wrong hand, but it ends up being the right hand.
Have you used that phrase before? Or did
Never.
you just come up with that one?
I swear I just came up with it.
Wow.
Sometimes when you just,
Is it a burden to be that creative?
No, it's really not, because it only happens when I'm on 2 hours of sleep or less, which has happened a lot this last 2 years.
It's like you're running a new business or something.
Oh, we're all here just trying to have some fun.
Absolutely. How can you not have fun with a full day of basketball here at Cass Tech? 4 more games coming the rest of the day. Next one up, Saginaw Arthur Hill against Detroit Douglas.
I'm looking forward to that one.
And don't forget as well, we'll also have coverage at St. Mary's and Ferndale later on today. That's going to be a very good game.
Really looking forward to that too, Evan. You and I are going to divide and conquer. Lexi Ayala will be in the house, making her basketball commentary debut on the Prep. She's done a lot of commentary before in other sports. Of course, our football sideline reporter.
Intrepid football sideline reporter.
That's right. See, when you go to Syracuse, you learn words like that.
Yes. Yes. We already had one future Georgetown Hoya in our first game today, Mayla Ham for Wayne Memorial.
That's right.
Too many Georgetown references.
That's it.
I need Matt Derry backup.
Oh, the Diesel somewhere. He's been on vacation for like 6 months. Here you get a look at the PSL league standings. All 20 teams.
The competition always electric in this city in terms of ball. Hicks, no. Followed up by his brother. Terrence missed it, and Tayshawn got the finish.
Little brotherly love. Building stats as a team. Nothing wrong with that.
Look, the score is what it is, but these are big moments for the guys on the floor for Bloomfield Hills. Great cut to the basket. Jackson's going to the line. And it's big moments for Pershing as well. Frankly, as we keep talking about, young team that has athleticism, has talent. They just got to play more and get in rhythm with one another.
Yeah, and you're going to see more of their starters on the court because they need time on the court together. They're still learning. We have them at 1 game or 2 games played. I mean, it's a big difference as you get another look at the PSL standings and all the teams. And you can certainly, we've got Cass Tech in our top 10. We'll show our top 10 in a moment. I mean, we've got Cass up there, I think number 6. So we expect big things, and you'll call that game tonight at 7:45. And, I mean, Cass Tech Saginaw Heritage is going to be a fun one to watch.
Now the day rounds out with a couple of PSL powers, and King against Hamady, and then Cass Tech against Saginaw Heritage.
That's right.
Of course, Douglas, Saginaw, Arthur Hill is right after this one ends. And then we'll have Henry Ford against Saginaw. One more coming for Eric Pippin after he misses the first, 5'8" senior. When you look on the roster for Pershing, for a high school roster, there's not a lot of seniors. There's only 5 of them. It's less than half the roster.
It is. And outside of Orr, Pippin, and White, I mean, not a lot of them have, that's it. So the impact players are underclassmen. This kid's impact.
Yeah, Hicks in double figures went behind the back to get the space and score. That was smooth.
Real smooth, and the finish through contact. What a second half for Hicks, Evan. Just gets it, goes behind the back, uses the body. A lot of fun right now for Hicks, who in this game has 13 points.
Make it 14. He does. Hicks and Curry have scored 30 points for Pershing combined. That's pretty good.
Can build on that.
Mason, freshman into the game for Bloomfield Hills, finding Nicholas Gettler. Ruben Fair the pass. The bench wanted him to shoot.
I mean, even the role guys are unselfish and want to run through the offense 4 or 5 times.
Every single time Ruben Fair touches the ball, 32, the bench yells, shoot it!
Yeah.
He'll have to shoot it at some point. Curry! The hammer! This kid can play.
Just another body down there. Unbelievable. We saw Big the other day, Evan, and he sort of reminded us kind of in the spring, but this kid, Curry, just has some stretch to him you don't see.
Late highlight on the other end. Bloomfield Hills will get one of their guys a chance to go to the line. That's Kareem Al-Saghir. Fouls on Curry. His day is done with 5, but Lewis Curry, 30 in white and blue, has provided a ton of highlights.
Curry says that's enough. I've shown enough. Time to check out. I'm kidding. He didn't say that, but
I think Lewis is, after this game, gonna find the recording on YouTube and show that last dunk, show the alley-oop, and go to all his friends. Did you see that? That was pretty good.
We will have highlights. It will be on, you can get to our Gram, you can get to our YouTube. We'll throw that up there in a minute. But, yeah, we'd love for him to get on our socials. We'll have that up soon. James Ferris working hard behind the scenes.
Pippen for White. And Pippen lost the ball in the corner.
Doughboy's still going to press a little bit, try to work on it. You do what you do. And I mean, hey, look, normally you wouldn't press down 25, but you got to practice this. And this is what Sean Hill's kids need to do. Turnover or no turnover.
Gedler against Curry, who is still in the game. Beg your pardon. He did not have the 5th foul.
My bad on that.
Yeah, we get to watch Lewis Curry play more. That's good news. But Gedler got to score on him there. He could not foul him because he wants to stay in. Shot off, and the rebound found by Bloomfield Hills, coming up on 2 minutes to go.
Arthur Hill has brought the cheerleading squad. And they're here in full force.
All the way to the rim, Curry contested Jackson, who was trying to score and get a late highlight.
Well, 80 points with 2 minutes left. Bloomfield Hills has done what they need to do offensively. Pershing's going to be pesky in the last couple minutes. Better believe it.
The inbound does find Bloomfield Hills. Ruben Fair. No. Get him the ball again. Let him shoot it again.
You know things are going right when you get it back.
Mason. Yes.
Oh, the freshman continues to fire.
That is a long ways away. Hicks for 2.
Yeah, good for Hicks. Gets a late bucket. He's been special in the second half. He's really been all over. These Doughboys are tired. They don't go to their bench often. They don't have much off that bench. I mean,
Mason again!
Mason, back-to-back daggers. Feeling himself. The heat checker falls.
You know, we're doing a basketball game in Detroit. Let's quote our friend Gus Johnson. He's rising and firing.
There you go.
Gus has got to do that bowl game between Oregon and North Carolina in a couple of days, but he's a former UAD Cub.
Sure, Catholic leaguer.
If you told him there's a place to watch Pershing basketball, I'd have to imagine Gus would watch a couple of minutes.
I think so. He's big into it. No doubt.
Under a minute to go in a ball game that has seen Bloomfield Hills show a lot of people what they can do. And young Pershing players have also gotten a chance to show what they can do. Hicks and Curry have both played so well. Friendly roll for Nicholas Gedler.
He's scored a couple buckets. I mean, they've got guys off his bench that, I mean, making plays, controlled plays off the bench. Sometimes you get so excited when you get in. I can relate because I was the 9th or 10th man. You get so excited you just want to shoot, you know, or you travel. I mean, these guys are they're composed, they make plays. It's impressive. Really is impressive. So is this guy.
If he makes a couple of free throws here, Lewis Curry has a 20-point game.
How about it? Double-double yet?
8 rebounds, so he probably won't get there.
Okay, does that count? He just got his miss.
Technically no, but sure, why not?
Okay. He's got 9. He needs one more.
So you're saying he should miss it again on purpose?
I think that would make me feel better.
Oh, he was close.
He almost got it.
Oh, he was close.
I want that double-double for him. Look at the hustle.
See if Bloomfield Hill shoots it one more time or calls off the dogs. I don't know if Pershing's going to let him call off the dogs, honestly.
I think 90's attractive. Like 90's the next level. I think they shoot it, and why not with this kid?
Oh, man, Mason nearly hit his 3rd 3 in a row. Ooh. Oh, I hope he's okay down there. Oh, brother.
Ooh.
That was Hicks, Tayshaun Hicks, who just crashed into the stands. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
God bless him. He's to his feet.
Yeah, he got up. That's good to see. He came in hard on this near sideline. Looks to be okay with 21 seconds left. Just a tough, gritty team. Pershing. They'll keep the ball. Hicks looks okay, partner.
Yeah, thank goodness for that. Late in a game like this, the last thing you want's an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Curry. Got the roll, give him 20.
There you go. You wanted the clean 20, you got it.
Gedler into the front court. They want 90. Not going to get 90 there.
Oh, you can't.
If that's a jump ball, it's possession arrow Bloomfield Hill. So
they're saying there's a chance.
They've got 4 seconds to try to get 90 points. Here we go. Who says there's not drama in a 31-point game?
Oh boy.
Inbound. Jackson for 91. No. What a performance by Bloomfield Hills. 88 points. And a team that I don't know if a lot of people around Metro Detroit are paying attention to yet. After this game, Chad, they probably should start paying attention to these guys.
They're deep, talented, well-oiled, well-coached. And look, Pershing's not down. They've got a lot coming back, and they've got youth, and this was a big development game for them to take it to the next level.
Bloomfield Hills beating Pershing 88-57. Make sure you keep it locked here to the Prep. A whole bunch of games coming rest of the day. Next one up, Detroit Douglas against Saginaw Arthur Hill. We'll be back for that in just a little bit. But for this broadcast, for Chad and our entire crew, Evan saying thanks. Come on back with us. Basketball all day here in Cass Tech in downtown Detroit.